You have to have blind faith right now. And I mean, you need to hold the vision like your life depends on it, because everything, the growth, the work you've done on yourself, just the way you've changed so much. And there's been this like shift specifically in the last couple of weeks with how you see yourself, and this because you've quantum jumped. You're in that jump right now. You're in the freaking jump, and it's like the landing depends on how much you can sustain and hold the energy of this jump. So I'm probably not going to explain this right, or maybe I will, but a quantum jump is actually something that happens, I believe, with an electron and an atom. See, this is where I will study up on this. And the jump is without, it's not this efforting it, and instead of this slow progress to this next level of itself, it like doubles, triples itself and gets to this other version of itself. But it has to sustain that level of energy. It has to, like you have to hold the vision of this thing. So you're in the jump right now. Congratulations. You're in the freaking jump. I don't know what you did, but there's a collective jump happening right now. So all of us have leveled up to this portal, and we're in it, but you have to sustain. And I'm such a politician. You have to sustain. It's like, politicians use their hands a lot. So, you have to sustain this. You have to have blind faith. You have to know that the invisible sources, the invisible forces and sources all have your back right now. Like everything is aligning for this. And whatever you can do to, like, just if you're complaining about something, if you're expressing worry to someone, just don't. And like, I am here for feeling all the things and allowing yourself to be real with your friends, but there's just something so powerful about this time right now, like that, if there is something you're hoping for in a relationship and you want to go and talk smack to your friends about this person, forget about it. You have to respect that there is something changing. If you're envisioning something blossoming in this relationship, you have to keep your mouth shut and allow this growth to happen and not feed any negativity. If you, like, say you just got rejected, okay? Say you just got freaking rejected. You have to change your understanding and know that this is still leading to exactly what you want, and that the rejection is a signal of the breakthrough. The rejection is the signal that you just quantum jumped, because this new version of you is bigger than that thing that rejected you. And in fact, that if there was some kind of rejection, that couldn't hold your new vibration, and it doesn't misalign you from not getting this thing you want. It's just coming in a different way, that you have to have blind faith. If there's also, and I've been saying this the last couple of videos, what is the behavior? What is the risk you're here to do on yourself? What is the thing that shows you that, okay, this next version of me would take this jump, would take this leap, would do this thing, and it's gonna stretch you, it's gonna feel uncomfortable, but keep coming back to the version of you acting as if success is assured. Success is certain. You have to just, even if you're feeling some freaking type of way, and that's normal, you're gonna have the doubt, you're gonna have the resistance, you're gonna have the thing come up and feel the thing and all the things. It doesn't freaking matter. You have to know, okay, my body is triggered. Okay, like the rejection is actually a freaking sign that I quantum jumped. You have to have absolute positive freaking, like, the mental diet beyond everything, and just hold the goddamn vision, because you are in the jump. It's all happening, and it's, thank life. Oh my God, thank you. Like, do you get it? Do you get that this thing that you've been working on forever, you are now fully aligning and being that version of yourself who can sustain this. But it's up to you to sustain the vision. It's up to you to sustain that aura, that and this is what I'm actually going to be, I'll talk more about this at the end, but on July 26th, Saturday, on Zoom with replay, it's actually goes into a 9-day quantum jump. We are not only using the group to collectively jump, because y'all know what constructive interference is. So let me just use an example of an opal. You know how the opal looks like super beautiful with all its like colors? It looks like you're looking at a universe. It's because the same color waves come together and amplify that. So what we're doing with this quantum jump is a collective quantum jump where we're aligning each other's energy with specific intention to align our energy to amplify each other's quantum jump. But this thing is, there's going to be practicality to this, but there's this thing we're going to be doing that grounds us in holding it. Have you ever heard of people like winning the lottery and then they lose the money in a year? It's because their energy field, it's because their aura, it's because their magnetic freaking field couldn't hold that level. It shows that they're able to shift into it, right? They quantum jumped, but they couldn't sustain that. So what we need, and like, why not use the freaking like group of people who are down to support everyone involved, including yourself, to share the energy, to uplift and to jump even freaking higher, and then use each other's energy to sustain that freaking jump. So I'll touch on that at the end, but it's info below. Anyways, so I just want to get information about this quantum jump. I want to get information from anything coming up that feels like it might be a rejection. It might be like if you're in no contact with someone, it might be like there's just no movement. Whatever the thing is that feels some type of way for you, we're going to get guidance from that, and we're going to get guidance from the quantum jump, and then we're going to get guidance from the outcome. So let's first connect. Oh, and this. Look, y'all know that I only read my own decks, but look who's been hanging out. And I don't really read tarot. Like, I know a thing or two about it, but I don't read it. And this has been following the Fool, okay? It's not really getting into focus, but this is the Fool. So the Fool is the one taking the jump into this next, it's like the beginning. So we are in the Fool stage. That's the beginning of the reading. Okay, thank you. So what did I say? The thing, whatever, the rejection, the no contact, the no movement, no whatever the resistance, the trigger, the block, whatever the thing is that feels some type of way. Okay, and then I said the actual jump. So we're in the middle of the jump. And then the outcome of the freaking jump. I don't want the wind to blow this away. I really like doing readings on my roof. I really just like open space. Oh my gosh. I made this lentil. I don't know. I was just like, let's cook some things that have just been in my shelf. So I had this like bag of lentils and I had 2 bags. So I did it. And then I was like, and it got all mushy when I cooked it. So I was like, I'm going to use my freaking thing that like twirls around and just makes it into baby food, like mush, to then make this into like a lentil thick soup. Anyways, I ate like so much and I'm feeling very full. So I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I'm like, if I was to put that into a reading, yeah, fullness, something wants to come into fruition. That's what we'll go with that one. All right. So first information from guidance, love, wisdom from anything that has felt like stagnant, rejection, no contact, anxiety trigger, disappointment, waiting game, whatever. Remember your power. So you're actually the one influencing this. And we just talked about Opal, and that's what she's doing with constructive interference, but she's using her thoughts. She's doubling down on her positive thoughts. So because this talks about that your, well, first let's just say whatever you're scared of isn't going to happen. That's what I just should have started with. Like whatever the illusion, right? This is like the only thing that you're scared of is in your mind. So this to me though, remember your power, is like, know that the bullshit, I'm sorry, I just got to say what it is. It's just BS. It's just absolute. It's the illusion. Remember your freaking power. Double down on your thoughts, because your thoughts are going to be amplified. And I always consider this card a sister of eagle power, because eagle is about, and it says you are more, this initiation into like where you're creating more heavily, more deeply. Your thoughts, your words, your actions are all going to have more immediate consequence. So your current doubt or fear or still kind of no feedback to whatever the thing is, okay, is like, the fear is BS, but you have to get your thoughts in check and be positive about it, because they're going to start, like, you'll see them, you're going to create those in the best way. Be positive, like you're going to create them, because your fear is an illusion. So whatever you're worried about is not going to freaking happen. How freaking cool is that? So full. Okay. The second card, or the second area, was from the quantum jump. What does the actual quantum jump want to share? Okay. Surrender and trust. This says trust the invisible force. Okay. So when she finally surrenders is when the tech of, and I'm sorry if this is blurry, this is like the technology of life. This is the invisible force. When she surrenders, then the invisible force can go into her and start working through her. So the quantum jump says there's something about the surrender and trusting in the invisible force. Dream bigger. A bigger dream wants you. So this says a bigger dream wants you. That's the dream bigger. And this is about, you're being pulled by your red string theory, which I just learned about recently, is like the thing that's like aligning you to your destiny path. So whatever is happening, oh my God, I'm so full. Whatever is happening right now is that anything even seemingly not going the right way is actually pulling you to exactly what you want, except it's bigger. So this tells me it's like aligned with your dream, but like say you even think like, well, I need to get more views on my YouTube video to get to this next level of myself, or I need to get this deal to get this thing. And it's like, you're thinking too small about it. Like say your dream is like, I want to have 100K, YouTube subscribers or whatever. And it's like, yeah, there's something like, it's bigger than that. It's bigger than YouTube. It's bigger than, it's bigger than whatever the thing is that you kind of have put your thinking that like, oh, if I have that, then everything's going to work out, and then this is going to be that. And it's like, it's bigger than that. It's beyond that. This quantum jump is also leading to, it's about what you're here to do in this life and your gifts of service. You're here and you're a light bringer and you're here to heal the freaking world. Like, no big deal. And this is like super medicine for you. Like so this is telling me like this quantum jump is aligned with this next level of your fullest potential, which is a part of your purpose in this life. And it has something to do with your service that is super freaking cool for people, but it's also like your medicine. It's really healing for you. And go figure, both decks share. We have surrender and we have surrender. It says surrender to receive. So there's this thing like, come on, it's happening. It's happening. Do you get that? Well, now that we know what's happening, just it's surrender. Let's see what the cards have to say after the quantum jump. The aftermath. Shut up. Oh my god, I am so full. And I'm just like wondering if it was like the lentils are like, oh, like it just feels like I did have an insane amount. Like I kept going back for more bowls. Okay. Oh, this is amazing. The reading of my body is that we're just so full with abundance that it's almost overwhelming. Like the amount of abundance that is coming for you is actually like, it's almost too much. So guess what the aftermath is? Okay, the after freaking math of your quantum freaking jump is the freaking victory, mother freaker. Okay, but you got to focus on it. Falcon, who's been like nonstop, if you've been watching my videos, if you've been watching like my stories on it, it's like I see them, they're everywhere. The victory is coming. And guess freaking what? We got the most powerful card in the Body Tech deck, which always says, which will say in the guidebook, is that you have to pick its counter. It's the only card that makes you pick. It's like a yin and yang. Like you can't have one without the other. So I am so full of abundance that I want to throw it up. Okay. Put that back in there. We have Exhibit A, I create. So this is telling me you're already creating. See how small that world is though? Like, and it has her diamonds all over it. And again, I know it's kind of like blurry, but it says I create. She's giving birth. So you're already in the process of giving birth to this. And then what? You have I receive. Okay. So I receive. See how big the world got and see how the diamonds, she's full of the diamonds. Diamonds are all around her. I know it's kind of blurry, but you get the point. So I create, I receive. So this is guaranteed. According to the Body Tech deck, it is freaking your quantum jump is that the aftermath is that you created it and freaking received it. But to me, this is telling me it's that big, right? This is how big it's supposed to get. And how like, but the wind in the hair and the fullness of abundance is so big. Yeah. So this is what you're currently giving birth to, this thing right now, and it's happening. Okay, so then we had the victory, the aftermath is victory, and then jump into trust. I am worth the risk. Okay, so listen, jump into trust. This is all about your quantum jump, and when she jumps, she gets the freaking wings. So jump into trust. Remember, surrender, trust the invisible forces, surrender to receive. And then, because that's what the sea otter said, surrender to receive. And then we see, I receive. And then, what do we got here? Immense growth. So to me, the outcome, right? This is telling me you are in this moment where you're giving death to something, where you're allowing something to die to get to this golden ratio version of yourself. And there's this profound, immense growth. But vulture always comes when something's dying. So the outcome tells me that the victory, the creation, you're in the midst of creating it, because the energy too has been death and birth at the same freaking time. So, right, like you're giving birth, and vulture also says vulture only comes when something's dying. So there's this death and birth process, and when like the whole point of this thing is that you have and this quantum jump, it's not like, oh, I'm giving death to this like old version of myself. You're actually just giving death to these lies like that you've had for like 20, 30, 40, 50 years. So man, imagine just being a truer version of yourself, and so many amazing things are going to happen. All right, I'm really full, so you should definitely check out this 9-day quantum jump. Listen, it's going to be so freaking epic. It's called I Am Bigger Than My Dream. We have to first understand and become superhuman and understand we're bigger than our dreams so we can contain it. And then we have to then have a more realistic approach, which is going to be taught in this too. So it's not just like, oh, we're using our body and our minds, which totally works. But like a jump is action. So there's like actions that you're going to need to take and guidance in that in your real life. And then the following 8 days, because it equals 9, because 9 is the highest single digit before it turns that into 10, which is 1, the start over the like. So we're going through this whole journey to also just like do this. Do you want to wait 5 more years to get to this next version of you, or do you want to do it in 9 days and watch that in the next 6 months your life is totally going to change? Like, would you? And if you can't make it every day, like the first day is a 2-hour workshop, the next 8 days are 30-minute sessions, and like it's awesome. It's $11 a day, or it's free if you're an I Am Empowered member. Info below. World peace forever. Duh. You know what's up.